An enormous, spirited crowd showed up at the Supreme Court today for a potentially landmark case that could impact millions of public sector employees across the country.
Joining us now is Jacob Hubert. He's the lawyer for the plaintiff in this case, and he's also with the Liberty Justice Center.
Jacob Hubert, he is Director of Litigation for the Liberty Justice Center, which represents plaintiff Mark Janus.
But you shouldn't have to check your First Amendment rights at the door just because you take a government job. That's what this case is about.
My first paycheck had a line item deduction that said union dues, and I never signed up for the union, never signed a pledge card. I was not given a choice.
To help walk us through that is the president of the Liberty Justice Center, Pat Hughes. Pat, thanks for being here.
Patrick Hughes, Liberty Justice Center, represents the Illinois state worker.
Our client, Mark Janus, just wants to be able to make a choice about whether he supports the union. No person should be forced to take their own hard-earned money and give it to a group whose views they don't agree with. And currently, that's what is happening with public sector workers all across the country. The Liberty Justice Center is a nonprofit, nonpartisan public interest litigation center that fights to protect economic liberty, private property rights, free speech, and other fundamental rights in Illinois and beyond. The First Amendment guarantees every American the rights to free speech and freedom of association. But in Illinois and 21 other states, those rights are denied. About 5 million government workers in these states are forced to give part of their paycheck to a government union just so they can work in public service. Over the years, government workers would reach out to Liberty Justice Center, telling us they didn't want to give part of every paycheck to a government union just to keep their jobs. But a lot of these folks were afraid or reluctant to take on the unions.
What the union's doing to teachers and workers is devastating, and it's immoral and it's unconscionable.
Then, in spring 2015, we met a brave man named Mark Janus, who was willing to publicly fight for his rights and the rights of 5 million other government workers across the United States. So the Liberty Justice Center got to work building the best legal team we could. We asked the National Right to Work Legal Defense Foundation to join us, and we filed the case in March of 2015.
Quite frankly, I don't think it's really sunk in quite yet. The ramifications of this case, everybody tells me it has national implications, but I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as an average guy kind of standing up for his own rights of free speech.
The Liberty Justice Center seeks to ensure that the rights to earn a living and to start a business, which are essential to a free and prosperous society, are available not just to a politically privileged few, but to all.